Hey, hello everyone. So, new week, new game to play, huh? Yeah. Also, I have not been able to go to work today, alone at luck. I've not been able to go to work today because, believe it or not, it's actually snowing on my home planet. And I have, as a result, not been able to go to work because, yeah, trains aren't moving. Wow, that's cool. Yeah, you can't really see it out of my window because for some reason, it's just the background, okay? You can't actually see my room. I should do something about that someday, maybe. Anyway, um, yeah. So I've just been working from home, and now I have some time to stream. So yay! Anyway, let's get to the game then. Why not? Hey. So I have not started it up yet, but today we are playing Pikmin 2. I feel like it's only been pretty recent since I last played Pikmin 1. Oh well, not a problem. Let's start. Because Pikmin 2 was actually um, my very first Pikmin game, believe it or not. Yay. And there it is. I do like how the Pikmin come together to form the logo. So yeah, Pikmin 2, like I said, my very first Pikmin game I've ever played. It's a really good series. And yeah, despite being a Pikmin game, this one feels pretty different compared to the last one. The latest guys ever. Yep, very much so, yeah. Hmm. Is it just me, or is the game audio kinda quiet? Let me turn that up a little bit. Because, oh boy. Okay, let's see. Medium more than the game? Yeah, that's what I figured. OBS was showing as much. Is this any better, or should I turn up a little more? Hmm, how's this? Okay, this does look a little better. I hope this is better at least. Also, yeah, I do have a complete save here. But we are playing a new game, because that's what you can do when you play your game. Okatate operates a long-haul deep space shipping company. Yep. One day, its only employee of any merit, Captain Olimar, crashed on an uncharted planet while on interstellar vacation. There, he was aided by indigenous creatures which he called Pikmin. Yep. In the end, Captain Olimar escaped. Well, that's good. But in Olimar's absence, his employer, Hakotate Freight, ran into financial difficulties. Yep, I wonder why. Also, if the audio is too loud now, also let me know, please. And there he is, Captain Olimar. Okay, might be a bit too loud now, actually. And it's Plant Hokotate, which has two rings for some reason. It turned down a little. Hokotate Freight, and it looks like trash. President of Hokotate Freight and local loyal employee Louis. I'm not sure it said local loyal. I was busy adjusting the volume. Anyway, that should be a bit better. Well, I'm so glad you're safe. Yes, very glad. Quite glad, but sadly, I have an announcement that is not so glad. Our company is going under. Yes, we're finished. On the first mission, Louis here met a ravenous space bunny. And his entire load of golden pick red carrots was eaten. Uh-huh. I took out an enormous loan to repay the debt from this loss. Oh dear. I tried to sell corporate assets to repay the loan. I see. And I guess oh no, not our ship we spent all of last game to repair. But the only asset we had to sell was your ship, the SS Dolphin. Oh dear. As for the rest of our loan... Okay, that's still a lot. Damn. We have no means to repay it. Oh dear. But Alma dropped something. A bottle lid thing. Olimar, what is that? You brought it back as a souvenir for your kid? Yep. Treasure, treasure, treasure! Money, 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 money! Treasure, you say? Okay then. Initiating valuation of recovered treasure. This artifact is worth 100 pokers. This thing's worth 100 pokers? That's more than a year's salary. Excuse me, what? How much do these guys earn? What? Now more than that worth? Now we can repay our debts. Whoa! Louis, you don't look alive. You must depart immediately. With Captain Olimar. Okay then. And off we go once again. Yay. It's just me or is the game audio still kind of loud? No. I mean... I did turn it up because it was barely audible, but... it'll probably be fine. Well, there we go, back to the Pikmin planet. After we just came from here. Landing in the Valley of Repose. Oh, not exactly clear skies here, sheesh. Uh-oh. Damn. Well, there goes Louis. Thankfully we are fine. So, yay. Damn. That was close. I've averted the crash landing. Running diagnostic. Alert, danger. Louis is missing. He wasn't somehow fallen out of his cockpit. I guess from his cockpit opened up from the crash against a tree. He's not responding via his communicator. He's either flouting protocol or in danger. I love how he thinks danger is the least, likely. Olimar, you must find Louis before he freezes to death in the cold of this planet. It's probably just his area. Come on. Wait a moment. Look. Huh? Oh hey, there's Pikmin. Could these be Pikmin? They look like they are about to be devoured as we speak. Help them. Use left stick to put the curse on the Pikmin and press B to call them with your whistle. Okay then. It also B to make the sound of whistle carry farther, remember? Yeah, I remember. Thanks. And no matter what you do, these guys cannot be eaten. Because the guys won't be eaten by this bulb orb. But we'll whistle them anyway. There we go. Yay! Pikmin run to your side. I seem to remember you, Captain Olimar. How fascinating. I mean, either it's the very same Pikmin then. Get him instructions and do not delay. Okay then, hold A to grab Pikmin and release to throw it. If you say so. Hey, take this. Okay, I didn't exactly get them head on, but... I would like to throw Pikmin on the back, because that kills it instantly. Like so. I mean, that takes some damage already, but you know. What's that on the side of the ship? Attention, Captain Olimar. I've just re-established my communications link with Louis. Ah, oh, damn it. It is fortunate to have managed to confirm his safety. Press Y to communicate with him. I am quite interested in the details of his condition. Yeah, same. I hope he's okay. Also, what exactly is on the side of the ship? Is that an angel that looks like Louis? Because that's really weird. Anyway, let's switch to Louis then. That indent is never going to vanish, by the way. Louis, allow me to assess your condition. As per our safety protocols, are you at all injured? Is that so? Then my concerns are eased. A communication link shows you are nearby. Oh, that's good to know. To make your way to our location and rejoin us, I will navigate for you. You're supposed to contact me and obtain information about the terrain. Okay. And sure enough, if you press plus, yeah, you can see a map of the area. Very convenient. Anyway, let's get moving. But yeah, this game has 2 captains, so you can split your workload, although it's not exactly... yeah, it's a bit weird. Louis, I'll take for you appears to be one of the onions mentioned in Olimar's report. Yes, it's back, and once again collect them onions. It's not exactly intuitive. The splitting up work between captains has been made much easier in later games. Anyway, a picnic grew, so that's nice. Louis, what are you doing? The seed onion ejected just sprouted. According to Olimar's report, it can be plucked with A. Okay then, let's pluck it. There we go. It's another Pikmin. Yay! Wait, this must be one of the Pikmin creatures from Olimar's report. It's staring at you. Look at those eyes. Press A to throw a Pikmin where you want it to take action. The squad of them can do a lot. You can disband a squad of Pikmin that's following you by pressing X. Interesting. Is it? Well, my description of the creatures resembling pickpickers was strikingly accurate. Louis, my senses have detected drool in the corner of your mouth. Are you alright? I think he wants to eat the Pikmin. Or maybe not. I think he's scared. Kinda. Probably. I don't know. Why are you both looking at me like that? Please don't. That's terrifying. Okay, time to propagate more Pikmin. There's not really anything we can do with Olimar at the moment, so... except for one thing, but I'll do that momentarily. Yeah. Well, seeds are shot out of the onion much slower, they will actually sprout quicker instead. The onion ejects more seeds. The plant from that flower must hold nutrients that breed Pikmin. The nutrients breed the Pikmin, huh? Yes, the Pikmin gather nutrients, hold onto the onion, and further propagate the species. The onion is a Pikmin mothership. Yep. Reveal Olimar's report, it seems holding A lets one rapidly pluck Pikmin sprouts. Yep, instead of having to button mash like in the original. Oh, my bad, wrong button. Let me switch to Olimar real quick and I'll throw these Pikmin on here for now. And I'll switch back to Louis. There. Okay. There we go, you guys deal with the pallet posies, and then take the pallets back to your onion. Yes. But yeah, this game is old. Came out in, what, 2004, I think? Yeah. Whether this game is better or worse than the original Pikmin game, this really depends on who you ask. Because there's people that will generally tell you that there's things this game does better, but there's things the other game does better. At the very least, this game is a lot less janky than the original. Speaking of the original, here's a battery. Perhaps this object is one of the treasures that we are searching for. Yep. The only reason we found this is because this is where you crash landed. How fortunate. Man, we've got to crash land more often then. I would like to appraise it, but you must regroup with Olimar first. Can you see him? Press ZL to move the camera behind you. Also, press ZR to zoom in or out. And up and down on the right stick to change angles. Uh-huh. Oh, and press left or right on the right stick to rotate the camera. Okay, so the reason I said speaking of the original, this battery was originally a Duracell battery, which, yes, is a real battery brand, but this remake, right? So since this game released, a lot of those trademarks, well, Nintendo's lost the rights to all those trademarks since, so yeah, they no longer look like real brands if the brand is depicted on them. Anyway, we recruited Olimar, so yay. Get Olimar, Louis. You're united at last. This has been a troublesome start to our trip. It's not been that long. But I must feel sure that your combined wits can get you through anything, correct? From now on, use B to form a single group, X to take solo action, and Y to choose leaders. I'll lead with Olimar because I do prefer him, personally. Also, yeah, if you hold L and... Yeah, you move the right stick, you can swarm. Anyway, the ballboard must be taken to the onion. Not the dwarf ballboard, but you get the point. Don't fall behind, little guys. Also, in this game, Pikmin will trip way less often than they did in the original. Anyway, now we wait. There'll be a lot of waiting around in this game for the Pikmin to carry stuff around. Hee. Okay, I can see they're coming into view now. So how is everyone doing meanwhile? As for me, I already told you about my predicament of being stuck at home because of the snow on Aquarius, an aquatic planet which may or may not be kinda tropical. Okay, it kinda is, we have a lot of beaches. And beautiful oceans. Although holding A to block can be a bit finicky in this game, because if Louis goes after Pikmin you block, or Olimar if you're playing as Louis, then you'll get interrupted, so yeah. It's not that reliable. Anyway, bring up the battery now. There we go, good thing we got exactly 20 Pikmin now, we can actually carry this battery to the ship. In fact, let's wait the ship for them. Fitting we started in this area, considering it's winter right now in several places in the universe. And now we wait. Again. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of waiting in this game. Because this is a Pikmin game. And thus you should expect to wait around a lot. Anyway, there comes the big beautiful battery, and we're going to be selling it for money. Teehee. Okay, are you there yet? Okay, there you guys are. The Courage Reactor. An interesting name for what's basically just a battery. But quite valuable. There we go. Our first day of exploration has yielded our first treasure. We will be done in record time. Yeah, if we go at this pace, we'll need 201 days. I took the liberty of naming it when I appraised it. The name reflects my current thinking. You're an AI, you don't think, you're just a machine. Leave it to me to think up catchy names for hit products. It is but one of my many talents. Wow, this ship's got an ego. AI should never become a thing in the real world. Oh wait. We shall end our first day here and report back to our president. His face will surely be joyous. Oh yeah? However, to communicate with Hokutate, we must fly into low orbit above the planet. We will not return to the surface until morning, so as to avoid the indigenous nocturnal creatures, of which there are a lot. Yeah. Good idea. There's nothing more you can do on day one, so... yeah. However, that's completely fine. We will pick up the next day. Off we go. A single dwarf bulb there was unable to eat any Pikmin because they all safely escaped. He. Anyway, today's report. We only got one treasure, but we did get one. And we gained 20 Pikmin, and obviously no Pikmin deaths. You found your first bit of treasure. Fine work. Our future depends on your efforts, so check your treasure out regularly. I'll check in often. Keep up the pace. Okay. Game saves a lot faster than it did on the GameCube. Okay, so there's two screens we can see from this map, aside from the map itself, of course. There's a Piclopedia, we can see every creature you've encountered in the game. You can also see Louis' notes if you've ever on one save beaten the final boss. There's also Olimar's notes. So Olimar has like this whole detailed log about the creature and behavior and a scientific name and such. Very cute. Louis, however, he just talks about how you can prepare the creature for eating. So yeah. Also, you might recognize this music. I used it as my stream starting music at some point. Anyway, we also have a treasure, the Courage Reactor. And of course, Olimar has a journal entry on just about every treasure. There's another kind of entry you can get once you progress far enough, but yeah. Anyway, let's return to the Valley of Repose. Because we need to find more treasure. And build our Pikmin numbers. There we go, we've landed. Good morning, workers. Ready for another day of toiling for the profit of your company? Damn, this has gotten a bit too real. The Pikmin seem to still be asleep beside their onion. What lazy creatures. No wonder they lack survival skills. Wow, this ship and its ego. Don't believe the onion and press A to call them out. Gotcha. Why did you sigh like that, Olimar? That's weird. There we go, the menu is also quite a bit faster than it was in the original game. Okay, there we go. Anything up here? No. Okay. Please at least go for the thing you need. Louis, come here. Oh, would you look at that, more pellets. Excuse me, I only pressed 5 times, why did you do 6? No matter, let's see, is there anything that grows over here? Oh, would you look at that. More pellet posies. Let's grow our numbers before we go about our day. You idiots. Okay, I guess you can have an extra just to speed us up a little bit. We're going to be needing plenty of Pikmin in order to lower the bag blockade over here. Bag barricades. Bag barricades? I don't know. You idiots, you left alone the very important thing you were supposed to take here. Okay, let's get plucking. Here we go. We should grow momentarily. Hopefully. I guess. Ah, there you are. Now, compared to the previous game, you have an infinite number of days in this one. Oh yeah, you have a lot more time. So don't worry about rushing things too much. No pressure. Okay, there we go. And how many more Pikmin are we getting from this? Okay, we have a total 47. Not exactly a comfortable number, but okay then. I would love to if they were a round number, but nah. Of course not. That would be far too forward. Okay. We have more than enough, thankfully. Oh, come on, I thought they threw like plenty of them. There we go. Okay, you guys take that back to this, not the ship, the onion. Or the onion, if you will. There's a proper red bubble up here, let's... And... go. Come on. There we go. How many do we need for this? Oh, this is going to take the rest of our numbers. Just about. Okay, going to leave you guys to deal with this in the meantime. So there's at least some progress being made on that. Debt and taxes, huh? Yeah, look, I had to make the pun, okay? I always do punny titles, well, almost always. It's very important I do so. For no reason other than I said so. Just popped in. Well, welcome, Neos. Okay, the treasure is treasuring or something. Okay, meanwhile you guys, you get to carry this back to the onion. There we go. How are you getting along? Pretty good, I hope. Okay. Yes, I'm well aware that I've been very cruel and just left like 2 Pikmin to deal with a wall, but progress is progress, am I right? There we go. Okay, you guys help with the treasure, so it goes a little faster, even though I'll see you right by the ship. There we go. I wonder what this one's called. Utter scrap. And yeah, that's still worth 170 Pokos, huh? Okay then. Well... Oh, you guys are still not wrong. True. You guys move a little quicker, please. Okay, these guys are hardly making any progress. I think I should be a better leader and just leave more Pikmin with them. There we go. You guys deal with the wall. Louis, you stay here just in case. Nothing's going to happen, but I decided that it's better to be safe than sorry. Why did you get left behind, little guy? Not a problem. Let's grab these extra Pikmin and get a move on. I don't have Louis with me, so he can't exactly interrupt my plucking either. Unless that's a bug they fixed eventually, but I don't know. I've got precisely 70 now, so that's nice. Wait, no, it would have been nice if it was one less. Oh well. Oh look, they've actually made progress much faster this time. Look at that. How could Pikmin destroy such a massive wall? My master might is ferocious. Yep. Louis, did Olimar instruct you on proper Pikmin commanding protocol? I mean, I kinda did. Apparently not. Olimar, you are failing your duty as a superior. Allow me to explain. The ship and its ego. Press A to grab Pikmin and release to throw them. Call them into a group with B. Press X to disband the group. Yes, I know. To give orders, hold the L button while moving the right stick. It's handy for giving orders to a group. Yeah, yada yada. You can review the directions anytime pressing minus. Uh-huh. Anyway, I can't help but notice there's a hole here. It's quite a nice hole, actually. Well, there wasn't gas coming from it. Interesting. Warm air is welling up from the hole in the ground before you. Uh-huh. What could lie on the ground? What's wrong? You both show expressions of unease. Do not fear. The leader's group of Pikmin will join you. I shall dispatch my research pod too. I'll return any Pikmin outside of that group for the Onion. Are you ready for bed, you? Okay, good night. Raise the hole and press A to jump in. Okay. Yeah, contrary to typical platformer logic, you gotta jump into holes in this game to enter cave. I mean, this is not a platformer, so that tracks, I guess. Anyway, emergence cave. The first cave of the game, because this game introduced caves, where you find treasures on the ground where time doesn't move, and you basically have to make do with whatever Pikmin you've got. Emergence cave, sub level 1. Oop. And down we are. Okay then. So now that's... Oh, you got more to say? Okay then. Intriguing. My heat sensors indicate that this whole interior is warmer than on the surfaces. I mean, to be fair, it's snowy on the surface, so no, this is just danger lies ahead, but the promise of treasure is tantalizing. If you wish to check underground terrain, press plus to communicate with me. I'm not just a ship, I'm an all-purpose support pod. Okay, maybe we're gonna tone this thing's ego down a little, maybe remove its vocal chip. Okay. First treasure, let's carry this thing. Let's also get rid of these, what are they called? Snowy bulbwebs, I think these are called. Again, these aren't real bulbwebs, they're actually just breadbox mimicking bulbwebs. There we go. Plus, cake version is ain't. Nope, it's not. And this is the citrus lump. I suppose it's not wrong. And this is a... I think in the original game this is a 7-up lid, at least in Pell regions, because yes, the treasure is also different by region in the original. Oh yeah, thanks for interrupting me, game. This hole appears to be quite deep. My senses indicate more treacherous terrain. Yeah, that's what she said. Do you recall that you can adjust the camera with ZL up, down, left, or right on the right stick? Yes. The expression suggests you do. Excellent. Don't worry, oh yeah, Pikmin will follow you. Press A to enter it. Yes. Let's also take these creatures. These are worth a few Pokos. And now we wait. Because, like I said, there's going to be a lot of waiting around in this game. There we go. How can you possibly consider this a beast that's treasure? I don't. It's a beast, but please take it with you. Beasts are incompatible with my circuitry. I suppose I will store your finds in my home. But I do not think beasts will be worth much. Yeah, they are worth very little. Like, I think these alone are worth like 2 Pokos and nothing more. Anyway, there we go. The Quenching Emblem. And yes, indeed, it does say spicy ginger ale, so yeah. But yeah, there was a 7-Up lid in the original, at least in PAL regions. Because again, Nintendo no longer has the rights to be using those brands. So yeah. Kind of a shame, it was kind of charming. But yeah. Anyway, down to sub-level 2 we go. There's also the final sub-level of this cave, because this cave is not very long, being the first one and all. And sure enough, the game has told us that this is the cave's final sub-level, so... yeah. It's very honest and dramatic about that. Oh, ho, ho, would you look at this big thing. It's inconceivable that such an immense object has been buried here for so long. I wonder how it ended up here. The design on the outer shell resembles the surface of the planet as seen from space. So yes, it's Earth. Perhaps this can be used for something other than salvage. But how will we ever lift it? I fear that even 100 red Pikmin will be unable to lift it. About that, we'll get to that. And yeah, sure enough, you need 101 Pikmin to lift that thing. If only we had something that was able to carry more than that, huh? Okay, you guys, please perish. There we go. Okay, we'll have you guys taking these little creatures. There we go. And here we see some big purple colored flowers. Interesting. Astounding, a flower blooms in a cave deep beneath the snowy landscape. Yeah, that do be a bit weird. Yeah, flowers generally don't grow in the cold. Clearly it's warmer down here than above. Look, the Pikmin are restless. They look as if they yearn to be tossed into the flower. So these are candy pop buds. The color of the flower indicates which color Pikmin you get when you throw them into it. Except these are purple, so purple Pikmin were new to this game, so yeah. There we go. Okay. Right, let's pluck these guys then. And sure enough, it's a purple Pikmin. As you can tell, they are quite a bit heavier. Amazing! A purple Pikmin. It has hair, and it's quite stocky. It seems very heavy and strong. Yep. The kind of Pikmin was not mentioned in your report, Olimar. It must be an entirely new type. Transform Pikmin by tossing them into flowers? Intriguing. Perhaps there are others. So purple Pikmin are able to carry as much as 10 Pikmin combined. Have a higher attack power, are a lot slower, and are actually able to somewhat lock onto targets and stun them. Purple Pikmin are absolutely completely busted. Now, we could carry this treasure to the back to the ship, but I'm going to show you guys a little trick before I do so. Okay, everyone's carried everything, good. Yeah, I'm going to show you guys a little bit of a trick, see? So I'm going to leave the cave without grabbing the treasure, because once you get the treasure, the day will just end once you get to the surface. Now I'm going to show you a little thing. Okay, first let's get out of here then. Astounding, water is shooting out of this geyser with incredible force. Sensors indicate there's enough power to launch you into the air. Proceed to press A to try. Yep. Sure enough, it can shoot us right through that hole in the ceiling. Okay. I will exit without grabbing the treasure. Let me explain once I get back to this cave. Okay, that was funny. Anyway, we're close to 10% done with repaying our debt, so that's good. So, back on the surface for now. Okay, is the game just sending me back already? You successfully returned to the planned service. Excellent decision making, gentlemen. You must celebrate your first successful spelunking expedition. You got a large amount of data that needs in-depth analysis. I sent a report back to the president tonight detailing your progress. Okay, good to know. Okay, no, it's not sending me back yet, because I did not get the very important treasure that was at the end of the cave. Which is completely fine, by the way. Let me explain. Okay, so those violet candy pop buds, right? So they regrow as long as the amount of purple Pikmin you have is 19 or less. Meaning, we can go for some more purple Pikmin and increase our numbers a little bit early on in the game. I will want to do this because I am going to be honest, we are going to be needing a lot of these purple Pikmin eventually, so yeah. If I want to go incredibly hard, I could just grab 19 purple Pikmin instead and go a third time. Not sure if I'll actually go that far, but yeah. No, that would leave me with 29 purple Pikmin. That sounds kind of painful. Oh, wrong button. Stay here, please. Teehee. Okay, now we can leave these enemies alone. We will have to clear them out on the on sub-level 2 though. Especially the ones close to the ship. Now, thankfully we do have purple Pikmin, which makes this a lot easier. As you can see, there's a little bit of a lock-on going on there. Good. There. Now, of course, any Pikmin can easily take down a snowy ball by just landing on it, but purple Pikmin, they, like I said, lock on a little. Okay, please die. I wanted you to perish. There we go. You know, when it comes to food, they often talk about stuff like perishables. Aren't these creatures also kinda, in a way, perishables? I know, haha. Okay, I'll need the red Pikmin. And here we go again. Now, because of how the game works, this limitation only applies to sublevels 1 and 2 of any cave. And if we find a candy pop bud any lower, it will respawn if we don't have too many of the color yet. Anyway, there we go. We have more than enough now. Okay, please move. I would like to grab this one. There we go. Okay, those are a few too many, but whatever. Okay. I won't really need those, but eh. Okay, now let's grab this globe thing, or well... This half of a globe. And while they carry that back, I'm just going to go to the geyser in advance. Yeah, that saves quite a bit of time. Hello, Tomace. I think I'm best on my playthrough when I found yellow Pikmin, so I'll need to restart the day I found them. Oh, oops. Yeah, it happens, right? Anyway, now we wait. Because yes, we were going to need half of that globe in order to, yeah, progress. Like, actually, we cannot exactly, continue with, yeah, if we do not have that half of the globe. And there we go. It's the spherical atlas, which I suppose not exactly wrong either. There's a device resembling a microchip embedded inside the sphere, retrieving data. Error. I could only decode a portion of the data, but it did retrieve new geographic charts. Did you know? I will input this data into my planetary database and name it the sphere chart. Press plus to contact me and go to the exploration kit on the radar screen by pressing left on. Now that we have this new data, you should explore the decoded territory tomorrow. Yep, that's unlocked a new area. And that's also all the treasures, but how are the rest of you going along? Oh, did all of you bring the creatures back to the ship already? Well, that's good. Okay, let's leave. There's another hemisphere side of the globe. I think so. Hey, it did it again. Normally it's kind of rare, but yeah. And still no Pikmin deaths. I'm too pro for this. Anyway, there's this cave cleared out. It was an easy one. We were going to clear it out easily. So back to the surface, and then we'll leave this area, and we won't be coming back for a while. Olimar and Louis, since you will explore a new area tomorrow, today's work is done. Yep. What? You still want to work? Unacceptable. You may not realize it, but you are exhausted. You should take a much-needed rest, as you have all the time you need to collect treasure. Haste makes waste, so take it slow and steady. Sheesh, okay. And earlier the ship was complaining about lazy workers. We all know Australia does not exist, right? No, I totally have not been to Australia before. Absolutely not, no. Anyway, we blast off. Whee! Okay then. Go over today's report again, showing us the treasures we've collected. Quite a good chunk as well. A good chunk of the death rebate, I mean. There we go. Our numbers have grown quite a bit. We've discovered purple Pikmin, which is excellent. We're going to be using those quite a bit. Baby steps first, Olimar. Plan well and don't worry about me. Our debt is with Happy Hogotate savings alone, after all. Besides, there's nothing left to repossess, so ha! Um, you are so confident, Mr. President. Anyway, new area. The Awakening Woods. And once we land here, it's all going to look a little bit familiar. So yeah. Wait, acting like Tondo. True. Now, if this layout looks familiar to you, yeah, that's because this is the Forest of Hope from Pikmin 1. So yeah. Yes, Mr. Ship. Good morning. Ship, please you to know that the purple Pikmin are lodged safely in my hole. Lodged? Damn. The confines of my interior seem to suit them perfectly, though they do occasionally tickle me. You're a machine, how can you feel ticklish? Stand in the ring of light below me and press A to call the purple Pikmin out. Okay, I'll call them out. Hey you, idiots! Oh wait, different kind of calling out. Anyway, let's grab all of them. As well as all the reds we have. There. Okay, now let's build our numbers again. Ship, I'm kinda in the middle of something. Louis, has Oliver instructed you on the peculiarities of Pikmin, or the Pikmin creatures? Really, dude, now. Pikmin form groups based on color, weapons, band of act. Yes, I knew that. Pikmin A will also cause them to group by color. Now for the bonus lesson, first hold A to pick up a Pikmin. Then while you hold A, press R to swap between different colored Pikmin. I knew this already. This is the first time you have heard this? Olimar, remember to properly train new employees. Dude, I was in the middle of combat. Yeah, the ship will kinda get your Pikmin killed if you're not careful. Just keep in mind where you are sometimes, because the ship is... There's a reason the ship is one of the most hated characters in this game. And now there's purple Pikmin. But they're very powerful and I tend to abuse the hell out of them. There. Thank you, you take this back. No, we were supposed to go to the one you were going down. Get set on Bobo. Yep. It's on the other side of Pikmin 1. Yeah. This little area is actually where the onions landed in Pikmin 1. But there's something else now. Very interesting. Also see the blue onion in the distance, in the background on the top left. Hello, we have a problem. The onion that ceased injecting seeds is malfunctioning. No. Interesting. It now seems the number of life forms within the onion has increased. Didn't you know that no more than 100 Pikmin venture into the planet at once? True. But I currently observe only 95 on the surface. Could be wild Pikmin somewhere. Yeah, that's exactly what's going on. Because if I take a quick look at the map, where the blue onion is here, there's 5 blue Pikmin. And that's why we can only bring 95 at the moment. Anyway, another treasure. Woohoo! The Sunseed Berry. And it's also 10% of the devs repaid. We're on a roll. Okay, let's pluck all of these guys and we'll, yeah. Yay, strawberry. Yeah. Good thing we didn't leave behind, because that would have been very sad. There we go. Now there's plants here carrying red-colored berries. These are useful, but we will deal with them later. Oh, there's a honey wisp, hang on. Can I get you down? Okay, could you please get your stuff? Oh, hello. These are new creatures called metites. They will sometimes appear out of eggs. Kill them and they will drop a lot of nectar and such. And nectar is of course useful because your Pikmin grow flowers. And Pikmin that drink the yellow nectar instantly matured into flower Pikmin. Yep. The beasts have enhanced motor skills. What a wonderful nectar. How intriguing, like plants Pikmin mature from leaf to bud to flower. Oh, pink flower. Yep. Captain Olimar, you must share the information you have with your subordinate Louis. Right, who's lazing about at his ship. Because of course he is. But it's completely not my fault. There we go. You guys are going to deal with those plants for now. Okay. Meanwhile, Louis is going to actually make himself useful and take these Pikmin back with us. Oh, oop. Okay, you come back, please. Oh, wrong button, but oh well. Okay, these Pikmin are going to bring the berries back to the ship for now. It's a red-colored berry. Astounding! This red berry contains an ultra-spicy essence. Yep. It doesn't appear to have any monetary value, but it's still research potential uses for it. Bring me more specimens. I think in the original it said bring me another specimen, but yeah. It's a spicy cherry. I guess in a way it kinda is, yeah. Yeah, you guys take this wall down. I'm going to fetch my Pikmin. There we go. And now it's liquid. A very bouncy one. Yeah, it's all about my research on the red berry she discovered has yielded a powerful potion. Has it now? The Ultra Spicy Spray. Although it is untested, I believe it will have spectacular results. Spray it on all your Pikmin by pressing down on these buttons. When necessary, I can produce 1 bottle of spray from 10 berries. Press plus to contact me and confirm your berry count by pressing left on these things. So Ultra Spicy Spray, what it does is it temporarily powers up your Pikmin. It can be pretty useful. Hello. Allow me to kill you, please. Thank you. Allow me to kill you as well, please. Nothing can stand up against the might of purple Pikmin. Teehee. There we go. You guys bring this back, please. Now that's venomous poison. There's no way we're going to puzzle that safely. We can at least lower this bag for now. I'm going to need the rest of my purples, my bad. My bad. There's also a thing up there. I wonder what it is supposed to be. I suppose while these guys are busy, I'm going to leave some of my Pikmin to deal with the berry plants. The burgeoning spiderwoods, as they're known as. Not sure why spiderwoods, but... whatever. It never hurts to have more sprays. There we go. Now, because you pretty much have an infinite amount of time, you can always just farm for, yeah, as many sprays as you need. I'm going to stick with 2 for now. And I'm going to open up that upper path we saw. Also, as far as I remember, this game also fixes the crushing glitch, so that's nice. Ruthless. Okay, if I wanted to throw a purple Pikmin, please let me throw a purple Pikmin game. I had them selected. You saw that. Hello. No, you don't. You're going to perish before you even get a chance to devour it. Okay, you go back to the onion, please. Okay. And once we've gotten this back to the onion, we shall enter another cave. I guess we can go for another spray. In the meantime, why not? Okay, you come back, please. Thank you. And so will you. I'm going to need to have my Pikmin with me before we enter the cave, so here. Ah, some of the purples are carrying them, okay. There's also a bit of nectar grass here. Yay for getting distracted. Oh, would you look at that? We're actually getting nectar. I think we all remember my misfortune with this grass in Pikmin 1. And now I barely got any nectar out of it frequently. There's still one leaf Pikmin among you. Blah. Well, there we go. This has taken us most of the day already, but it sure is a good thing time doesn't progress while we are inside of a cave, huh? That's right. You're given so much time in this game. If you stay in the cave, you will be just fine. Anyway. Hole. Biological sensors are reacting violently. The readings are ominous. A beast of unknown power lurks in these depths. A large pigment group will be reassuring. My sound sensors are picking up hostile roars of many beasts. Expect dangerous encounters. Uh-huh. Sensors are also showing extreme heat pockets. You may need flame-resistant Pikmin. But my records indicate no such data. Are my records incomplete? They are. Red Pikmin resist fire. Come on. Have you not been paying attention to what Olimar recorded? Anyway, in we go. Into the Hole of Beasts. Whee! Okay, something about cave. So the layout of caves is somewhat procedurally generated, as well as where the treasures appear in the caves. Basically, meaning no two trips inside the cave are usually the same. Whether this is proper difficulty or not really depends on who you ask. A lot of people will call this fake difficulty. Pikmin 4, on the other hand, does away with randomly generated caves, and instead they all have a fixed layout. Which also means that they can do like more deliberate things like puzzles and such. Anyway, we got a D-pad. And they call it the Tone of Glory. Well then. And that was the only treasure to be found on this floor. I'll get you back as well. Now any Pikmin that are on the sub level will come with you unless they are buried. So, yeah, keep that in mind. Anyway, let's go. Any buried Pikmin, you'll just lose it if they died. Except they won't count as a death, I don't think. Ooh, what nice calm music. So any sub-level that has calm music like this is what fans decided to call a rest sub-level. Generally no enemies spawn on these. It's usually where candy pop butts like to spawn. There's also eggs containing useful stuff. And yeah, they're generally just a little bit of a breather. They also usually don't have treasures on them. Anyway, here's an egg. It contained nectar, but all my Pikmin are flowered anyway. Also, the reason I'm zooming out like this is because sometimes things will just fall from the sky. So yeah. Anyway, there we go. Normally you'd find violet candy pop butts here, but because I already have 20, they won't appear because it's sub-level 2. We need to go deeper. Okay, there's little fire spouting volcano thingies. Fire geysers. Are they really geysers if they don't emit water? And yeah, I recall that usually I came from that side in front of me, so yeah, this is a kind of randomly generated. Basically, the game picks rooms and hallways and randomly connects them together. That's how the sub-level generation works in this game. There we go. Clear out the rest of the stuff. And it looks like we've got a Famicom disc over there. There we go. Meanwhile, this Mahjong tile has been brought back. It's surprisingly worth 150 Pokos. The Strife Monolith. What an intriguing name for this thing. Okay, why did I not pull the camera back up? I did not pull back the camera there to see if anything would fall from the sky. Anyway, back to waiting, because like I said, there's a lot of waiting in this game. A lot of waiting. Okay, waiting's over. 230 Pokos, isn't that something? The Cosmic Archive. I'm not sure which game this is supposed to be, but I think it's supposed to be the mysterious Murasame castle for the Famicom Disk System. And was also the last treasure, or let's go down. Sub-level 4. Okay, and immediately we've got a red bulb over here. Get set on, like Tommy said. I'm missing the floppy disk. Do you? Huh. Anyway, the retro Nintendo stuff doesn't stop here, because here we've got a Game & Watch machine. And here we've got a Nintendo playing card. But at some point they made playing cards as well. They probably know the benefit for the Hanafuda cards they used to make though. I grew up with a floppy disk. I see. They barely did not hold a lot of memory. The luck wafer. It's an ace of arcades made by Nintendo. Very interesting. Let's take you back as well. Shit, that's my tights. Of course, purple Pikmin are completely unbothered by them, but the rest of you Pikmin will panic. 280, man. The Dream Architect. It's a bowl. That's what this old Game & Watch game is. And it's the old white silver version as well. I know about that because I read about it. Even where I go by Thomas as an Ace of Spades. I see. I did not know that. And now I do. I'll take my red Pikmin with me so I can deal more easily with these little volcano thingies. Die. Or, well, I think it's much more logical to say break. And would you look at that, is another violet candy pop button. Meaning, more purple Pikmin. Bringing us up to 25. We're going to want at least 100 of those guys. There we go. Sure, it's a good thing we found all those metites. Now we'll be able to actually easily turn these into flower Pikmin. However, I would like to crack open a deck over there. There might be something good in it for us. With more nectar, but nectar is not what I was thinking of. There's more. Anyway, drink up. And that was everything to be found here, so... Actually, let me check very carefully to make sure there isn't another extra... No, I don't see another candy pop button. Okay, there we go. Bring us to sub-level 5. Which, if I recall correctly, is the final sub-level of this cave. It is. We're also fighting this ugly monstrosity. And we'll be using purple Pikmin for this. Because why not? Obvious and OP. So this is an Empress Bulblax. This thing is disgusting. There you go, wake it up. Make sure she faces forwards. You want to do this very carefully, because this thing will destroy your Pikmin if you're not careful. And that's why she'll try to toss them off and then start rolling. You don't want this thing to roll into your Pikmin, because crushing is insta-death. As you might recall, considering the incident with the yellow Wally Hop in Pikmin 1. Doing this bit by bit is pretty safe and easy. You only use red Pikmin? I see. Purples do have a bit more attack power, so that's why I'm using those. Uh-oh. Come here. This fight is not too difficult. No. It's when we meet this thing again that it becomes a terrifying boss fight. Because yes, we will see this enemy again. Hello? Where were you? Okay, gonna roll again? Good. And there we go. That's all she wrote. And it's a love tester. A very odd Nintendo product. How bizarre, this device is emitting black light. Must have been ingested by a creature. Oh. What an absolutely repulsive life form. A return to Hokutate cannot come soon enough. Man. To be fair, yes, this thing was kind of disgusting. Okay, let's bring this love tester back to the ship. Meanwhile, I'm just going to sit here and wait. Look at this geyser. Isn't it pretty how the water just sprays up like this? Teehee. Oh, look at it. It's been brought back. So this is the prototype detector. Huh? There's a figure of all the pitwig pizzas out of Pikmin. Pretty much, yeah. This contraption seems to react when it approaches treasure. I will connect it to my radar. Good idea. Processing complete. The treasure gauge is now fully operational. Why? If I now appear on your monster, the needle will move right as you approach treasure. Yep. Very useful. It also shuts off if there's no pigment to be no treasures to be found. Anyway, back out we go. Oh, I didn't do the thing this time. Oh well. Let's clear out 20% of the devs now. Well, that's good. However, I'm not done. Remember how I said that time doesn't pass in caves? Well, it's true, but well, there's another thing. You leave me alone, please. There's another cave we can access. So yeah. And it's right over here. Look at it! Look at it! I want you all to look at it! Astounding! My metal detectors are reacting violently. What could be down below? If you find trouble below, press plus on to contact me and press right on these things on the radar screen. The exploration pod will drop its loot to make room to carry you, Louis, and the Pikmin to safety. What about me? Or do you mean you, Louis, and the Pikmin to safety? Okay. Anyway, the White Flower Garden, having fire and poison as its hazards. However, there's another hazard that can be found on the earlier floors of this game. As you can see, we're on metal platforms above an abyss. Yeah, don't drop your Pikmin off the edge. You'll lose them. These metallic sublevels are dangerous. Especially later on in the game. Basically, don't make a misstep and accidentally toss them off the edge. And there's the exit that leads us to the next sublevel. However, of course, there's also treasure to be found. And we shall grab the treasure. For I want the money because... yeah. Company go boom otherwise, apparently. Something like that. Anyway, shoe polish. Of a nondescript brand, because this is the Switch version. Okay, let's wait by the hole. I'm also going to disband my Pikmin so I don't accidentally toss one of them. Oh, but Bedford, I want to see the Pikmin can fly. Over picking up a clip. No! Thankfully, I don't have that big of a Dentori issue. I will probably be fine. Only 80 pokers for this stuff, huh? Alien billboard. I see. Anyway, that was the only treasure on this floor. Let's go down. Could we just, jump to the next floor? We don't take full damage anyway. Oh hey, it's my favorite sub-level music. Yay! So the music at sub-levels is kind of somewhat randomly pieced together every time. But yeah, this one for the metallic, one of the metallic sub-level themes is my favorite of the cave themes. No, 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 no! Don't catch fire. That's not allowed here. Thankfully, we can easily take out the fiery blue hawk just by throwing purple Pikmin at them. Okay, let's take everything we can get our hands on. A red heart-shaped ruby. I assume that's a ruby. It's Mr. Shoeshine, yeah, that's a real brand. Is it now? Yeah, in the Switch version, like I said, they replaced all of the yeah, pink diamonds. Oh, okay. Pink diamonds exist? I thought diamonds were always was red colored. I mean, white colored. Then again, I thought emeralds were always green, but then there was the Chaos Emeralds. Anyway, another bottle cap. Coconut water. What? The Drought Ember. I think there's already, like... If there's only the bottle cap and no bottle, I think the drink is no longer there. Correct me if I'm wrong, but, Okay, why do I keep switching to my snarky voice? The Petrified Heart. Can also have champagne diamonds. I see. Oh, sorry, wrong button. I do not want to switch to Louis. No thanks. I shall be the leader and Louis shall be the backup. This is a completely fair work relationship. I don't know what champagne diamonds look like, though. Anyway, I'm only going to be taking my red Pikmin here. I do not want to accidentally toss purple Pikmin into the candy pop buds over there. And they are white. These are ivory candy pop buds. And yes, this is where we get a white Pikmin. Look at that. How can a flower so deep underground bloom so robustly? How mysterious. Some of the diamonds are slightly yellow, I see. This place is conspicuously warm. Could it act as a kind of hothouse for foliage? What an interesting development. The Pikmin look as if they long to be tossed into the flower. Yeah, just like last time, just throw your Pikmin in. Nothing will go wrong. Same for this one. And same for this one. There we go. Oh, diamonds are very rare and extremely valuable. I see. Anyway, these are white Pikmin. They are really versatile. Incredible white Pikmin. It's tiny but looks distinctly swift. Its eyes are an unseemly red. This type of Pikmin was not mentioned in Notes of Olimar. It must be an entirely new type. Our data record on this type is a blank page since a certain captain never documented them. Shut up, these guys are new. You must experiment and make detailed observations for the benefit of future generations. Really? For the benefit of future generations, you say? Okay, let's pluck them. So, white Pikmin, like I said, are pretty versatile. They are small and swift, like was pointed out earlier. They are also resistant to poison and are themselves quite poisonous. However, there's another thing which I will go over momentarily, because the game will introduce it to us in a bit. Oh nice, got all of them. White Pikmin can keep up with you easily. White Pikmin may be quick but compares in a 1-2 punch. True, I think they either do the same kind of damage as literally any other Pikmin except for reds, or they are weaker, but I think I might have the weaker aspect confused with a different Pikmin. Anyway, white Pikmin can sense treasure underground that's buried. They're the only ones who can do so. Amazing! The white Pikmin have unearthed a treasure that was completely buried in the ground. Perhaps those beady red eyes of them allowed them to sense objects buried in the dirt. Ah, X-ray eyes, I see. Or infrared eyes, I don't know. Gamma tape? Huh. Anyway, it's tape, one of the best inventions in the world. If you're asking me at least. Let's wait for that to be brought to the ship. Shouldn't take too long, especially with some white Pikmin helping out. Anyway, super thick textile. It looks like a roll of packing tape specifically. And we have masking tape. Okay. Is that what it is? Okay, I thought it was packing tape, but no, it's masking tape. Not to worry, there are other kinds of tape in this game to be found yet. Masking tape is terrible in my opinion. Damn. So it's no duct tape, because we know how amazing duct tape is. Duct tape solves literally everything. Anyway, a lot of poison here. We ourselves are resistant to poison. The Pikmin, except for the white ones, are not. Which means that you guys are staying behind. And I'm only bringing the white Pikmin, understood? These little poison pipes also make pretty weird, disturbing gurgling noises. Anyway, here we have a mushroom. Disgusting, I know. It will have gaffer tape, it's better stronger than any tape. Really? Huh, I see. But is it good for, you know, that? I'm not going to elaborate on the stream. If you must know, Thomas, just ask me on Discord. A toxic toadstool. Well, good thing we didn't eat this. I mean, not just because it's poisonous, but also I just hate mushrooms. They are disgusting. Like, please, no. I would not like to eat a mushroom. Go piss, girl. I mean, what? There we go. Yes, it is bad. I know where you were going with that. Good. Excellent. Amazing. Right. Let's bring this treasure to the ship. And 90 pokers for a survival ointment. Uh-huh. Okay. Next sublevel. And if I recall correctly, this is also the final sublevel of the cave. So, yee. Okay. I would like to once again take my purple Pikmin with me for this. White Pikmin may be poisonous, but it takes quite some white Pikmin to take down a bot by feeding the bot, the Pikmin. So I shan't do so. Egg. Anyway. Same as last time. If it buries and gets stuck on the ground a little, that's when we start tossing Pikmin onto it. Because yes, the burrowing snag with the back. Oh, it was too quick. I have a feeling Depth Charge listened to that. What does he know? He only comes back. He only comes out for the weirder streams. And April Fools, I guess. Remember last April Fools when he hijacked my stream? Oh. Way too close for comfort, but that's fine. Thankfully, we only have one of them to deal with. Oh, I did not like it in Pikmin 1, when we had to deal with a whopping 3 of them at once. Probably not the best idea to be using purple Pikmin for this, but they do be strong. He's taking a good bit of damage. Anyway. There we go. No, 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 no. That was a close one. I could have lost a purple Pikmin there, and that would have not been fun. Okay, wait for it. Suppose it's completely random whether it gets stuck on the way out or not. Well, generally, when it does, that's the safest moment to throw your Pikmin onto it. There we go. And down it goes. Wahey! And nobody was lost. Nobody of value, at least. It's just one burrowing snagger that went down. Well done, Captain Olimar. You defeated that freakish half-bird, half-serpent hybrid. Oh no, don't tell me. That treasure was ingested by that beast, wasn't it? Calm down, you're a machine. Why did they give machines a mind of their own? Like I said, AI should never become that smart. There we go. Now let's get the rest of the Pikmin with me, and we shall bring the treasures quicker. I mean, we shall bring the treasure and the head of the burrowing snagger quicker. You know what I meant. Teehee. Oh, my bad, that's my vocal team again. Anyway, we brought the glove back. The 5-man knapsack. Would it be comfortable to sleep with 5 people in one knapsack? The material looks comfortable. I will use it to patch the boss's favorite sleeping bag. Team test conclusive. Cross-stitching successful. The knapsack is complete. We have an unoccupied time interval. Press the right stick to take a nap. Interesting. Pretty useless, although it does get you back to the ship via your Pikmin carrying you. Which I guess is nifty. That's a lot of money. Not really. Ha. Anyway, I would like to take a few more red Pikmin into that cave. Just some reds. Because I do want to increase my number of white Pikmin. I only have 15 at the moment, which is not optimal. There we go. Now I said 15, but I meant at least 15, of course. And I'm just going to rush to sub-level 3 and, you know, yeah. Also, yeah, any cave you've cleared will have a flag sticking out of it. Or next to it, really. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because you've likely seen those walls, which are cloaked in poison. Yeah, you need white Pikmin to take those down, so it's a good idea to have many white Pikmin. Down with you. Okay, just leave a Pikmin. And the hole's over there. There we go, we've reached our destination. So. Like I said, I need to come down here. Because, like last time, because we have less than 20 white Pikmin, because this sub-level 3 is a special exception to the rule, we can get more. Why? There we go. Come on. Please, game, just let me block. Okay, now there should be a honey wisp here, if I recall correctly. I mean, I've just been to this cave, of course I should remember. Oh, that's not nectar. Hang on. Sometimes you will just find a potion lying on the ground. Okay. Would you please stay there? Thank you. I'm going to use a little trick. I want to show off. You might know of this one. Basically, if you push another captain into a spray that's lying on the ground. Game, I was onto something. Please do not interrupt me, that's very rude. Red liquid sea contains refined altered spice essence. One drop contains one dose. Press down on these buttons to spray the extract on your entire group. Have you tried it yet? No, I've not. Anyway, push, 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 push. There. Now, doing this little trick gets you 2 sprays. Oh, lovely. Anyway, because I did not get nectar from that, I need to go to sub-level 5 after all. So let's do so real quick, and yeah. Hang on, this room was the starting point last time. And this room wasn't there at all. Like I said, the cave layouts are completely randomized sometimes. Well, sometimes, usually they are. There are some with fixed layouts, but that's it. We're not fighting the burrowing snaglet again, I just need to get some nectar. Please let me dismiss, thank you. Okay, time to bring these to the eggs and get nectar from them. Surely they won't contain... they won't all contain sprays, right? Man. There we go. All of them have powered. Now let's get out of here. And I suppose we can do a little bit of prep work for next week. Yes, Mr. Ship. Good morning. Excuse me, it isn't morning, it's evening. The white Pikmin are lodged with the purple ones in my hole. The two types are sleeping well and do not scroll. I have made them most comfortable. You can call out the white Pikmin by standing in the light beneath me and pressing A. On a separate note, be wary of overworking yourself. Taking a break can be courageous too. To retire early for the day, press plus and then press right on these buttons. Yeah, I got that, thanks. I'm going to be storing the red Pikmin for now. And then I shall be taking out the rest of the white Pikmin. Let's total 30. Okay. I'm going to the wall over here for now. No. Actually, not yet. I'm going to the wall over here. And I'm going to be taking it out. I just want to hopefully get this wall down. And white Pikmin is breathing in exhaust fumes. Yep, they also breathe them out. Which we could have seen when we just found them, because it sprayed a little cloud of poison. But yeah. Don't do this with just 15 Pikmin, it's frankly embarrassing. It'll be way too damn slow. Wee Louie, look at us go. I'm circling you like a weird perpetual motion device. I've did just that. Well, damn. I am so sorry. Anyway. These Pikmin are almost done. We'll just have to take out the little poison spraying pipe thingies. And then we'll call them back so the creeping chrysanthemum that's hiding over there won't go after them. There we go. Let's see if we can also take out the other wall before sundown. But I did it before time ran out. Oh, I see. Olimar, Louis, the sun will be setting soon. Call all the Pikmin to you. Its planet's native nocturnal life forms are ferocious and therefore dangerous. Load your Pikmin into the onion and call yourselves into my hole so you can take refuge in low orbit. Pikmin in your squad will enter the onion on their own at day's end, so call them all to you. As long as they are close to the onion, they will also be safe. And now wait. And we hope they are able to take this wall down before time is up. The countdown should be starting soon though. I don't think they're going to make this. Nah. They will be making decent progress at least, but that's it. Okay, yeah. We gotta cut our losses then. Anyway, back up we go into low orbit. And today's report is a lot of treasure. We're close to 30%. Man. And our numbers have been bolstered quite a bit. We also discovered white Pikmin. That's progress, Olimar. Remember, you'll never get anything done if you sit back and watch from afar. Press that R for a close-up view of the action. Yes. However, I think that's going to be doing it for now. So, next week. Next week we will be continuing this. We will go back to the Awakening Woods, maybe do another cave, maybe not. We'll have to see. And on Thursday, we will be back with Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorer Sky, and on Saturday it's the return of Fallout New Vegas. So hopefully you'll be joining me for that. Thanks for watching. Now get out of my house, and I'll see you all next time.